angels, it's Lurkin Monster High. Just kidding, it's Lookin' Bratz, aka Dom. But I am here with a Monster High themed video because if you didn't know, then you're really late to the party. But welcome to the party. I am a Monster High fan and I've really been loving the G3 dolls. I really love this generation. I loved Monster High when it first came out, but I really couldn't keep up with it because my first love is always Bratz. But I am really liking the new Monster High dolls. It's so cool getting to see them on shelves and seeing all the fanfare behind them. And I am here in my Creepover pajamas. I have this Monster High tee that I picked up for only $5 at Charlotte Russe. And then I'm also wearing my Monster High pajama pants that I got from Hot Topic last month, I believe. And I have a bunch of Monster High stuff here to show you because the past week and a half has been a little crazy, just between like buying stuff for Christmas and just like, you know, seeing all the good deals and wanting to like catch up on everything. So I have been catching up because a lot of the deals have been really good. So I was like, might as well like just buy everything that I can. And I know it's probably not like the best option for a lot of people, but you know, I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable financially. Maybe not too comfortable, like I don't want to feel too comfortable, but I'm feeling like, you know what, like let me treat myself a bit, especially when, you know, I'm finding like new stuff and I'm finding like this really cool stuff. And I have a lot of stories to get into with this huge Monster High haul that I have going on. But to really start us off, I found some of the Creepover party dolls, and I'll show you the ones that I found at first. So my friends and I, my friends Frank, Emil, and Joshua, they came over for the weekend, last weekend, a week ago from the time I'm filming this now, and we went to dinner, and then we were gonna go to Macy's. So we did actually end up going to Macy's. Oh, and I guess I should actually start there first because that is where we went first. But I actually found the Couture Draculaura bag, and we saw this maybe like 2 weeks ago, like around Thanksgiving time, like this started popping up. And oh, I'm actually gonna remove the tag now, like it's so cool. I love this bag. Like this is such a cute bag. I loved Couture Draculaura, but if you know already, like mine had a really major lip flaw, and I think the Couture dolls are nice, but definitely like the quality control is not the same as their price point. Like I think the quality control should be way better for the price that you're paying for those dolls. And I have some really like faulty dolls that I've paid $90 for, and I'm a little upset about that. But I'm glad we got some cute merchandise out of it, and they're selling this at Hot Topic in the US. I don't know if they're going to be selling it anywhere else. Maybe if they put it on the Hot Topic website, you might be able to buy it outside of the US. I do not know the full details to that, but I'm really happy I was able to buy it. I was getting like scared because I thought like it was going to update on the Hot Topic website, and right now it's still not on the website, but that might change, I don't know. And I know I really wanted this bag because I have this sweater that looks a lot like Gorganizer Draculaura's dress. It's like the same print, and I really wanted like pieces for like some sort of cosplay that I want to do, and we'll get into some of the stuff I bought that will go really well with it. And of course this bag, I love it so much, and it has like the heart and the spider web, and then there's like a little like heart with bat wings there, and there's like a safety pin chain accessory. It's so cute. And then on the side it has the Monster High logo, and it's on this nice metal piece. And I think this is such a well constructed bag, and I have to say it's more well constructed than the actual doll bag, but I guess it's a little easier because it's actually made for people. And there is on the inside like one like little slip pocket, and the rest is just like regular bag. But and like these pockets, like these aren't pockets, it's just like sewn on. And it's like probably just to really like construct the bag so that it's like this coffin shape. But I think this is such a cool bag, and I'm so happy to have this. Like even if it wasn't Monster High, I wanted a bag like this because I was actually looking, because I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I did like a a cosplay moment with a bag that was like a pink coffin, and the fact that they made one like actually based off of Haute Couture Draculaura like is even better, because in my head I was thinking like the Gorganizer bag, like I wanted something that looked a little bit like that, but I think this is even better, the fact that we got a Haute Couture Draculaura bag. And I have some more stuff from Hot Topic, but let me actually go in order to tell you about the things that I found. So we actually ended up going to Walmart after we went to the mall. So we checked out Macy's, nothing really new there. We didn't buy anything actually, which is surprising because Macy's has been the hot spot for dolls lately. And then we ended up going to Hot Topic, and then the girl there was so nice. She helped us get the bags because I don't think there was any out on display. And then we asked like, oh, do you have this bag? And 3 of us wanted the bag. And she brings out one, and they were like, oh, like, do you have like any more? She brings out exactly 2 more bags, and then we're all like, well, we have to buy this. Like, we should buy this. So we each got a bag, and I actually had a Hot Topic coupon, so it just really worked out in my favor. And then some people on Twitter were actually being a little bit judgmental about the bag and saying that it was too small for like the price, and it's a $50 bag. And I have to say, like, it's a well-made bag, and it's also like Monster High like licensed goods, so I think it's well within its right to be $50. And honestly, I'm a little shocked it's not a little bit more money, because bags like this, it reminds me of like Loungefly, and Loungefly bags can be like a little pricey. And I know it isn't Loungefly, but it definitely feels like it's in the same quality price range, and it is about the same size as a Loungefly bag. But I don't know if a lot of people understand like how clothing and how like the production of things work, so maybe it was just them not understanding. But at the end of the day, it's my money, it's other people's money. If we want to pay $50 for a bag that we enjoy personally, then that is our own business. I don't know why other people feel the need to make comments about it, but regardless, love that bag, and I think it's justified price, and I had a coupon. But we also went to Walmart after we went to the mall, and I wanted to go to this specific Walmart, and we all agreed that we would go to this Walmart because this is the Walmart where we found Toralei, and it was like the only Walmart we could find her at. And it still kind of is, like I only saw Toralei at one other Walmart, so I was like, oh, like maybe we should like go check out here. And then as we go in, Amelia's like, oh, should we check the weird section? And I'm like, oh yeah, the weird section, which is actually just the holiday section where like the ornaments and stuff are. But we found Toralei in the Halloween section last time with a bunch of other Monster High, so we're like, oh, like sometimes they put overstock of dolls there, so we were like, okay, like let's go to the weird section. So we ended up finding like Christmas ornaments, and then of course, lo and behold, we saw Creepover, but we only found Twyla and we found Draculaura. And I was, oh, this is Frankie. We found Twyla and we found Draculaura, and I was pretty content. I was like, oh, I'd love to find the other ones. And I was like, let's go check the actual doll aisle, because maybe they have some more, because last time that's where they had the rest of the Monster High stuff. But I was like, okay, like let's go check it out. But I did find a Twyla with a pretty good face. And something I'm noticing is that it's usually with like this eye, it's like tends to go up a little bit more when it's being, I don't know, like put on in production. So that is my one quip. And we also found Twyla again, but we'll get into that story in a bit. But we found her not at Walmart, and I'll tell you where we found her. But I'm so happy to finally have Twyla. I think she is a cute doll. I'm excited to unbox her. And then I got Draculaura, who I love Draculaura, obviously, in this reboot. I've always loved Draculaura, but I think in this reboot, I just extra love her. And I don't know, there's something about her, like, I love her, like, aesthetic, and I think she's just so fun, and Creepover is no exception. Like, I think she is such a cute doll, and I love how small she looks in the box compared to all the others. So then we went to the actual doll aisle, where we actually found Frankie, and I'm so excited we found them because I obviously want them all. But here's Frankie, and they had quite a lot of Frankie, I have to say, because I was looking behind all the Frankies to see if I could find a Clawdeen. There was no Clawdeen in sight, but I actually found Clawdeen 2 days later with Frank and Emil. So Josh had to leave because he had to do some stuff, like go home early. And where's Clawdeen? So I did find Clawdeen. We actually only found 2 Clawdeen. So Emil got one and I got one, and she is so pretty. And I know the poly hair is horrendous, but I do think she actually is a pretty doll, and I have some ideas for like what I want to do with her hair. And I love like the moon print here, so I'm excited to unbox her. And I think she has such a pretty like face palette, like her color palette is so good. And that was all of the stuff I found like the first night, except for Clawdeen, who I found 2 days later. And I also have like an extra thing here, and this wasn't like found on my own, so this is Day Out Clawdeen, and I figured I'd show her. She's been kind of just collecting dust. I haven't opened her yet, and I also think part of it is because I just don't want to deal with her hair. But I'll open her. Maybe I'll open her tonight with y'all. But anyways, I also have Day Out Frankie, and they are really pretty. Like, I love their outfit, and I love their shoes. Like, definitely a step up from their signature doll in terms of like some design aspects, not all the design aspects, but I do think they are a really cool doll. And I love this zap ring. Like, I love that. And I do love their bag. They also come with like pizza and like a soda can. I put it all in their purse. But I really do love them, and I love this like collar thing. So it's like connected to their belt, and so they have the belt and they have like a bolt here, and then they have like a collar, like a tie almost, and it connects to their belt, and I think that's like such a cute detail. But yeah, I love them, and I didn't open them on camera because I actually didn't open this doll. My friend Josh found them in the Herald Square Toys R Us, so that's why they had he had to transport all the stuff to here, so he opened them. And I didn't mind. Like, sometimes I don't like opening dolls, like, because it's just so stressful at times. So the next day we ended up going to Columbus, New Jersey, which is actually not too far from me. It's actually about an hour and some change away, so not too bad of a drive. And we did some shopping there because we wanted to go to Columbus Farmers Market to check out Beyond Collector's Choice. And I do believe that video is already up where I share my haul from Columbus Farmers Market, so make sure to check that out. But we ended up going to a Walmart, and I don't think it was a Walmart over there. I don't recall where this Walmart was. It actually may have been a Walmart in that area, but now I'm starting to forget. But I also feel like it may have been closer to me, but I also don't think it was. Like, I think this Walmart may have been like near Columbus, New Jersey. But I found the Ghoul Spirit 6-pack. And it's something that I've been sort of wanting, but when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I can skip out on this. Like, I don't need this 6-pack. And especially because it was originally $120, and I didn't fully see the worth in that. And I think the only reason why people paid the $120 was because it technically was one of the first G3 products to be listed on Walmart's website back in like September. And I think everybody was just so excited. Was it September or August? I don't know. It was like around like end of August, start of September. And I think people were just super excited and willing to just get their hands on anything Monster High. Nobody knew what the 6-pack actually was. They just knew it was a 6-pack, and it ended up being this. And I think it's a cute 6-pack, and I'm happy that I actually got it. But I got it for $60 because Walmart lowered the price to $60, and that's $10 a doll. And a Monster High doll is typically between $18 to $25 alone. So I think this is well worth the price. So I'm excited to actually open this. And I actually like on Clawdeen's hair. I know that Clawdeen's hair is like a huge bummer that they're using poly, but Josh opened his because he also got the 6-pack, and I ended up really loving Clawdeen, and I also really like Cleo, so I'm excited to open them. And of course, I love Jackie Laura because I loved her look in the show when she did the cheerleading or fearleading, and I'm just excited to open up this pack and have some more Monster High dolls. So after a long day of shopping in Columbus, we went to American Dream Mall, and I don't know what I was expecting to find there. So I actually wanted to check out that Descendants 4-pack there because I was like, oh, like it looks interesting. Like maybe I'll consider getting it. I was also thinking of getting it as a gift for somebody. And I thought it would be like between $30 to $40, which I think is a reasonable price for that type of product. And then I look at the price tag when I got there, and it was $60. And I'm telling you, this is not anywhere near worth $60. That the Descendants set, I know I was just talking about Ghoul Spirit, but I'm talking about this Descendants set, and I was like, no wonder this is stocked to the ceiling. I kid you not, there are several piles of this Descendants 4-pack in the Toys R Us store in American Dream Mall, stacked from floor to ceiling. $60. No wonder your product's not moving. Nobody wants to pay that price for that quality, because I'm pretty sure those dolls have poly hair, if not, whatever. But most of the dolls do have molded on hair, like the 2 boy dolls I think have molded on hair. I don't know. It's a mess, whatever. That's not my problem. They also have like a million of the Rainbow High 6-packs of Series 1. They still have like a ton of old like Barbie stock from like dating back to 2018. So I don't know. And they still have like all of Speedster, because it's like literally just shelves of OMG Speedster. Anyways, we went to go look at the Monster High section, and actually something had changed there, because last time I did say there was a bunch of signature dolls. And I was like, okay, cool, I already have all the signature dolls, whatever. This time they had little displays, and they had the Day Out dolls. Not only that, they had Twyla. And they had quite a bit of Twyla. Like, they had, like, at least a shelf or 2 of Twyla from what I remember. And I thought that was just so cool. Like, it was just, like, seeing all these products there. And it wasn't only Twyla, but Josh was, like, circling the, like, little area where Monster High was. And he found 2 Howliday Draculaura's. This doll has put me and a lot of people through some stress. And I found her in a store, a physical retail store. I found Howliday Draculaura in a Toys R Us store. And also, a lot of people are like, is Toys R Us dead? Toys R Us was dead, and the only actual standalone Toys R Us store is in the American Dream Mall in New Jersey, in the United States. And there's like Toys R Us's in other countries, like Toys R Us is still well and alive in like Canada and some other places, I believe. But in the United States, the only standalone Toys R Us store is in New Jersey. And then all the other Toys R Us's are built into the Macy's stores around the United States. So it's like a toss-up, like whatever. But I found her at the standalone Toys R Us store in American Dream Mall in New Jersey. I don't know if there's any more of her left because I posted about it on Twitter. I don't know if they're going to stock more of her. But I found Howliday Draculaura in a store. And I was so stressed, like, I kept seeing her online, and I know she's, like, available in some stores internationally outside of the US, and I'm sure she's available at, like, little retail stores that overcharge her in the United States, but I got her at well, actually, let me not say retail, because I actually think I found her for, like, $45 rather than $42, but I don't mind paying $3 extra if it means not having to potentially give in to reseller prices, because I'm sure resellers would love to sell her and are selling her for exorbitant prices. And I paid basically retail for this doll in a store, in a Toys R Us store. I found a G1 Monster High in a Toys R Us store. It feels like it's 2012 all over again. I just went back 10 years. But yeah, I have to say, I didn't know if I wanted her at first, and I don't think she has the best design. And I honestly, after seeing that Howliday Valentine's pack with Cleo and Deuce, I'm like, what are they doing with Monster High? Like, G1 releases? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they're really just trying to appease G1 fans, like G1 diehards, I should say, because I'm sure, I'm a G1 fan, but I can admit that I think G3 is better, but I'm also not like a diehard stan of Monster High. Like, I'm just a fan, but I really love G3 because they feel like such nice dolls. Sorry, I feel like I'm ranting, but I just had to say, like, I found Howliday Draculaura in a store, and I found her, I bought her, and I really wanted her because I do think she is cute. Do I think she's fully worth the $45? No, but I think you're paying for like a holiday doll. So I'm going to do a separate video on Draculaura where I open her up, and I am opening her. I don't care what anybody says or thinks. She's my doll. I used my own money. It's my business. I can do what I want with it. And I want to put her on display on my little holiday display, and shout out to Emil, Frank, and Joshua for helping me out with that. because we had to move all my Monster High dolls and I had to buy an extra shelf for them. So it's just a lot is going on, guys. So anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I talking about? I intended for this to be an unboxing video as well, but I also want to keep this video like not too long because I kind of just like wanted to show the haul. I don't know. Maybe I'll do separate videos for everything. Like I'll do a Creepover video and maybe I'll do like a Spirit Pack video. I don't know. But I do want to open up Howliday Draculaura with another Holiday doll that I have. But I'm not done with this haul because I got more Monster High stuff. And it's some really cute stuff. And there's another story attached to this. And this is a funny story, I have to say. I did not expect any of this to happen. So I went into work late on, was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday because a lot happened on Thursday. So I went into work late on Thursday because I was going to work a late night event. So I have like, we work like in flex time there. So I was like, oh, like I need to pick up a present for somebody. I'm not going to say what the present was or who it was for. Well, actually I have to say it was a Bratz doll. And I only say that because it ties into the story. So I bought a Bratz doll for somebody and I bought it at Macy's in Garden State Plaza Mall. And I I got the doll and I actually had to go through some hoops because I had to price match her actually because she was cheaper on the Macy's website than she was in store. So I got her and then I was like, should I check out Hot Topic? Like I gotta go to work soon. But I was like, you know what? Hot Topic is just downstairs. Like I'll go check it out really quick. And I also wanted to get a gift for my brother and I was looking for like a Pokemon themed blanket. And so I went to Hot Topic. I literally walked around. I could not find like what I was looking for. And I'll tell you what I was looking for. I was looking for the HC Draculaura wallet to match the bag. Because I didn't know the wallet was a thing until after we got the bag. And I think we all found out the same night. So I went to Hot Topic and then I actually saw the Couture Draculaura makeup kit and I saw press-on nails from Monster High and I thought they were cute. I wasn't sure if I wanted the makeup kit. I think it's a very cute kit, but I was like, like maybe not. I don't know. And then I saw the press-on nails like a little bit lower and I was like, oh, those are actually cute and they're a little bit more affordable than the makeup kit. And then I was like, like let me just put this back on the shelf for now. Like I'm sure I can get this at some point. And I couldn't find a Pokemon blanket, but I also had a hard time finding the blankets. And I was looking for the Monster High enamel pins, which I'm having a really hard time finding, and I'm not going to pay reseller prices for pins. But that's besides the point. But right next to Hot Topic is actually Spencer's. And I was like, oh, if I can't find a blanket at Hot Topic, I know I will find one at Spencer's. I don't know if I'll find a Pokemon one, but the website said they have Pokemon blankets, so I kind of just trusted it. And then I went into Spencer's, and Spencer's was like, Spencer's itself is a tight store, like it's a little crammed all the time. And I was like, I felt very claustrophobic this time around because I hate this. I feel like people are so inconsiderate sometimes. Like people do not know like how to move out of the way for people and they don't understand like when someone's trying to like walk through. Even when you say, excuse me, it doesn't like work out. I kind of just wish people like understood that better. But anyways, I'm looking around, I'm looking for a Pokemon blanket. I can't find the Pokemon blanket. And I want that new Bratz blanket, the one that says dump him, but I don't like the dump him on it. I like the little icons on it, but I'm gonna hold off on that because it is pricey. But I walked around and I actually found some Bratz slippers and they're like faux fur and they were like $30 and I considered getting them. I actually had them in my hand while I was walking around Spencer's, but then I put them back because I was like, I don't need these right now. I don't know if I want to spend $30 on that. And then I said, I can't find a Pokemon blanket. So let me just go back into Hot Topic and see what I can find. And then I walk into Hot Topic. I'm like peeking around again, seeing if I maybe missed anything. Maybe if I missed the wallet. I don't know. Because the wallet wasn't in the wallet section. So I walk past the register and one of the workers is like, can I help you with anything? And I was like, yeah, like, do you have a Pokemon blanket? Like, where are the blankets? And then she was like, oh yeah, like we have blankets, and then takes me to the blankets, which are actually on the wall. And the Pokemon blanket was like all the way at the top of the wall. Like all the blankets were high up from what I remember. And she grabbed one of the Pokemon blankets and I was like, great, I'll take it because I needed to get something for my brother. And then I asked, no, I think she asked me, like, do you need help with anything else? And I was like, well, I'm looking for a Monster High wallet. And she was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. So then she takes me to the wallets, and I was like, oh, I don't know if they're there because I didn't see it. And then she looks and she's like, oh, like, that's weird. We had some. And then she looks over to her coworker and it says, oh, that wallet over there, can you grab me the Monster High wallet? And then gets handed the wallet, hands the wallet to me, and then she takes me to the makeup kit and is like, oh, we also have the makeup kit. And I was like, yeah, I was looking at it, I just don't know, I'm actually looking for the enamel pins. And then she's like, oh yeah, we got like one set in, but it kind of just sold out and we haven't gotten any more since. And I was like, oh, like, that's a shame because I really wanted some. And then I also like picked up the nails, like looking at them, and she's like, oh yeah, we got the nails, and I'm sure we're getting more stuff in for Monster High, so like look out for it. And I was like, oh great, like thank you so much. And she's very helpful, so thank you to her. So then I go to the register, and also, okay, just for context, like this is the Monster High Haute Couture Draculaura wallet, and spoiler alert, I did get I got the makeup kit, and it is a cute makeup kit. And I'll tell you why I got it, because I wasn't going to at first, and I know the makeup is probably like cheaply made, but I think like the aesthetic of it is just really nice. And it actually does say Haute Couture Draculaura on it. I think it's funny that they're selling like merchandise for a doll that you can barely get. But yeah, that's kind of like what G1 Monster High is all about, is that we're going to tell you that there's products out there, but there really are no products out there for this. And here are the nails. The nails are pretty cute. I was like, saying like, I think I'll get the nails. Is that the trans flag colors? I don't know. I think there needs to be more white in it. It's like kind of like Frankie and Draculaura themed, and I think it's such a cute nail set, and I'll probably try it on. I don't know if they're gonna fit my fingers, but it comes in 12 different sizes, it says. I don't know, we'll see. No, 12 sizes, I don't know what that means. I don't know. Anyways, I got the wallet, and I'm happy I got the wallet because the wallet is actually like really nice, and obviously like it's the same design as the bag, but it has a lot of card slots, and I like that. I think I'm gonna actually use it. So I'm going to put this wallet to use. And I like how like thin it is. It is a little bit bigger than my wallet that I currently use. I use a plain Steve Madden wallet, but I like this. I don't know. I feel like it'll like slip into like my bag easily. But let me not get too off topic. So I go to the register, and this cashier, they're like checking everything out, and they're like, oh, like I tried on like we have the costume too. And I was like, oh yeah, I saw the costume. Like it's pretty cute. I don't know if I'd want for myself. I don't think the costume is for me, really. And what was that? Who was this? Okay, off topic, but people send me such strange messages and emails sometimes. Like, please learn. If you're watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're probably not one of those people, but sometimes people just say like some really crass things to me, and it's just very weird. I'm sorry. Like, okay, like I'm glad that you came to that conclusion. Anyways, it is totally besides the point. I was like checking an email notification because I was like, who emailed me this? Anyways, so they're checking me out. We're talking a little bit about Monster High, and they're like, oh, like I live in New York and I really want to go to a Walmart because we don't have Walmart near me. So I think they're in the city. They're like, oh, like there's this Monster High 6-pack that went down to $60. And I was like, yeah, I just got that like this past weekend. And they were like, oh, I'm so jealous. And I'm like, you got to get to Walmart. And they're like, yeah, I've never been to a Walmart. And I was like, you got to get to Walmart. So we're like talking a little bit about dolls, and then they offer like, they say like, oh, everything's buy one get one 30% off today, and then plus if you scan this QR code you can spin the wheel for an extra discount. And I was like, oh, like bet, like I'll do it. And then they're like, oh, we got some more Monster High stuff in today too, like do you want to see it? And I was like, sure, like do you mind if I like showing it to me? And then they were like, yeah. So they actually go and they pick it out, and they show me these Monster High Draculaura socks, and they're actually like men's size socks. I know. And then this video is definitely like not going to be the unboxing video. The unboxing video will be completely different because I've been talking for a while. But let me continue. So they bring that over. They bring over a bucket hat, and they also brought over what was the third item? Is there a third item? Okay, I just checked. There was no third item. I don't know why I thought there was another item. What? I don't know. But regardless, we're like talking and they bring over like the items and I'm like, oh, like these are cute. And I was like, you know what? I just don't know if I can spend that much money today, if I'm being honest. And they were like, oh, yeah, like, do you want to see the total with everything plus the discounts? And I was like, well, if you're willing to scan everything, like, yeah. So they scan everything and then I get my discounts and I got a really good discount, I gotta say. So my total was like not bad. It was like, I want to say under 80, under $70 for everything that I got. I got the wallet and I will say, okay, I got the wallet, I got the makeup kit, I got the nails, and then I did get the hat and the socks. Let me show them to you because I thought they were pretty cute. So this is the bucket hat, and it's kind of like a mix between Frankie and Draculaura again, I'd say. It's like the nails. And my issue with bucket hats, even like my own bucket hats with my merch shop, although no, actually my merch shop, like there's bigger sizes now, but like when I first did it, like the sizes were pretty small. But this fits my large head. And I love that. And I'm like, even if I don't, look at me being a Monster High stan right now. Surrounded by my Bratz dolls. Anyways. Yeah. I thought the hat was pretty cute. So I was like, you know what, let me get the hat. Like, I'll get the hat. And then the socks. And it's Draculaura. And I don't know if it's they just only have Draculaura, but they brought me the Draculaura sock because I guess they assumed I like Draculaura, which is true. So they did a good job. And look at the sizing. Men's crew socks, 8 to 12 size. I am a size 12, so it's hard to find things that like fit my huge Bratz size feet. But here we are with a Monster High sock in a men's size 12. Like, that is so wild. And also the Bratz socks from Spencer's actually fit me surprisingly. So I think like sock sizes are getting like a little better, but like when it comes to girls IP properties and all that, like it's hard to find things in men's sizes. But I feel like Bratz and Monster High and even Barbie have been really inclusive over the past like 3-4 years with merchandise, so that's pretty nice. So I got a lot. Like, I mean, how much is this hat? The hat is like $23. The socks are pretty cheap. The socks, I will say, these are only $7. The wallet I thought would be more expensive, but the wallet's only 20 bucks. The makeup kit is actually $35. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, you know, I feel like the makeup is kind of like cheapy. But I mean, you get a lot. So you get like a little like lip and shadow palette. You get some cute like stickers. They're actually like tattoos, like transfer tattoos. You get hair mascara, which I think is like a pink streak, which I'm ahead of the curve here. And then you get some eyelashes, and the eyelashes look pretty cute, I will say. They're very long though. And then you actually get some fangs. Yeah. And you get like this cute, like, I think it's more of like a packaging thing. And I'm a packaging, I can't say the word on here, but I love packaging. Like, I love a good package. So this is such cute packaging. So I had to do it. And then I got the nails, and the nails were 13 bucks. So I think I kind of like, I did well. I think I did pretty well. But yeah, they were super kind, and they were like, do you want a bag? Oh, by the way, the story continues. Like, it doesn't end here with the stuff, because I said like, oh yeah, if you have an extra bag, I would love that. And they were like, oh, okay. And they were like, do you want to put your other bag in here? And I was like, sure. So I put my Macy's bag with the Bratz doll in there, and they're starting to help me bag stuff. And they're like, oh, did you get a Bratz doll? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, do you mind if I see it? And I was like, of course. So I pull out the Bratz doll, and I won't say which character it was, but it's like one of the good characters. I mean, all the good characters are in Series 2, but it was like one of my faves from Series 2. And they were like, oh, I love her. Like, are there any more? And I was like, yeah, they're all in Macy's. Like, you got to go to Macy's. And they were like, oh my God, I have to go to Macy's, and I have to go check out these Bratz dolls. I love Bratz. And I was like, go. Like, I said, do it. And then I don't know like where the conversation went from there, because I think we were just talking about dolls. Oh, and they were telling me like, you know, they weren't able to do the pre-release Bratz at Hot Topic. Like, they weren't able to use their employee discount. Their mom actually, sorry, I'm spilling the beans about this person's life story here, but I think it like factors into like why I brought up what I did bring up, and we'll get into that. But they were like, oh yeah, like my mom was here like early in the morning to like help me get the dolls. And I was like, oh, like, you know, it's funny now because they're so widely available, ththose dolls, the pre-release dolls. I mean, the 20 years dolls is what I'm saying. And we were just like talking, and then we were still talking, like all my stuff was bagged. I think I had paid for everything at that point. And then I don't know why, like, I just whipped out my wallet. I took out a Lookin' Bratz sticker and I said, like, oh, I don't know if you care, but I run this website. So if you ever want to check it out, like, I'm a huge, like, Bratz fan. And they, like, looked down at the sticker and they were like mouth open, and they were like, that's you? And I was like, yeah, like that's me, like I run Lookin' Bratz. And they were like, I love that site, and I love, like, you know, looking for the news on there. This sounds like a big lookinbrats.com commercial, and it kind of sounds like one now that I'm saying it out loud. But this actually like happened in this Hot Topic. And I thought it was just such a funny like experience, but it was also really cool. And they actually follow me on Twitter, so shout out to that Hot Topic employee. They were really cool, and I hope I get to see you again. That was such a fun experience. Like, I loved that. Like, I've only had like two other occurrences where I've been like sort of like recognized in public, and one was like somebody who I'd been friends with, but they were like, oh, is that the Lookin' Bratz? And we were at a doll show. And then the second one was in a Walmart, which is actually another Monster High related story, because we were looking for Monster High in this Walmart, and this woman, she was like, you know, I know you from YouTube. And I was like, oh wow. I'm not really that popular on YouTube, I have to say, so it's really funny that, you know, I got recognized through YouTube, and then this person knew the website, which you know, that makes me really happy because I pour my heart into that website. And it's a little bit of a mess right now because it's like under like reorganization, but yeah, thank you to that Hot Topic employee. You really made my day. And then I also, like, I was on the way out and I actually ran into an old fling, which was really funny. And so we caught up a little bit, and then I had to go to work. So yeah, that was my Monster High haul. And I'm looking at my timer. I've been talking for 40 minutes and I've opened 0 dolls. So check out my future videos where I open up the dolls actually. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on all socials at Lookin' Bratz, hold the G, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Go to lookinbrats.com. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more doll content and for more Monster High videos, because now I have to open some dolls. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.